Deep in the unexplored heart of the Congo Basin, legends speak of a creature called the FoFi, a spider of unimaginable size, its body the size of a manhole cover, its legs longer than a man is tall. Many dismiss it as a myth, a product of overactive imaginations. We were here to discover the truth. Our team consisted of myself, Dr. Emily Carter, our entomologist, and James McMacArthur, our seasoned tracker. We were armed with the best equipment modern science could offer: cameras, tranquilizer guns, and enough courage to face the unknown. The humid air hung heavy with the scent of decay and the cacophony of the jungle. Our journey was fraught with danger from the very start. The deeper we ventured, the more oppressive the atmosphere became. The air grew thick and still, heavy with the weight of centuries of secrets. The sunlight struggled to penetrate the dense canopy, casting long, eerie shadows that danced and shifted with the slightest breeze. The jungle was a living entity, and we were mere trespassers in its domain. The Congo Basin is not for the faint of heart. It is a labyrinth of tangled vegetation, treacherous swamps and winding waterways. Thorns tore at our clothes and skin. Insects swarmed around us, their buzzing a constant irritant. The dense foliage seemed to close in on us, threatening to swallow us whole. We followed ancient game trails, barely discernible beneath layers of decaying leaves. Mac, with his years of experience, led the way, his machete hacking at the undergrowth. Each step was a battle against the relentless grip of the jungle. The oppressive humidity sapped our strength. The silence was broken only by the incessant drone of insects. Days turned into nights and nights into days, but still we pressed on. Our bodies ached, our clothes were torn, and our resolve was tested at every turn. But we were driven by an insatiable curiosity, a thirst for knowledge that outweighed our fear. The jungle held its breath, watching our every move. The air grew thick with anticipation. We stumbled upon the first sign of the spider's presence on day 4. A web spun from silk thicker than a man's thumb. It stretched between two towering trees, a shimmering tapestry of death. The remnants of birds and small mammals hung limply in its grasp, a testament to the spider's power. Emily, her eyes wide with a mixture of fear and fascination, immediately began taking samples. The silk was unlike anything she'd ever seen. It was incredibly strong, yet surprisingly elastic. A shiver ran down my spine. What kind of creature could produce such a substance? We continued on, our unease growing with every step. The webs became more frequent, larger, more imposing. It was as if we were walking into the lair of some monstrous, unseen predator. The jungle itself seemed to whisper a warning, urging us to turn back. That night we camped beneath the watchful gaze of the stars. The jungle was alive with the sounds of nocturnal creatures. In the distance we heard the unmistakable cry of a chimpanzee, its mournful howl echoing through the trees. It was a sound that sent chills down my spine. As we huddled around our campfire, the shadows seemed to dance and writhe. I could have sworn I saw something large moving through the trees, its eyes glowing like hot coals in the darkness. But when I pointed it out to the others, it was gone. Was it just my imagination playing tricks on me? Did you hear that? Emily whispered, her voice barely audible above the chirping of insects. It was a rustling sound coming from the undergrowth just beyond the reach of our firelight. Max slowly reached for his machete, his eyes scanning the darkness. We held our breath, listening intently. Then we saw it. 2 eyes, large and luminous, emerged from the darkness. They were followed by 6 more, all glowing with an eerie internal light. The creature moved slowly, deliberately, its massive legs carrying it effortlessly over the uneven terrain. It was the FoFi. Fear, primal and consuming, gripped us in its icy claws. Emily gasped, her hand flying to her mouth to stifle a scream. Mac froze, his machete held aloft, his face a mask of disbelief. The spider was even larger than we had imagined. Its body, covered in thick black hair, pulsated with each beat of its monstrous heart. For a moment, time seemed to stand still. The spider paused, its multiple eyes fixed on us, as if assessing the situation. A low growl emanated from its depths, a sound that vibrated through the air and rattled our bones. We were trapped, caught in the gaze of a predator far beyond our comprehension. What do you think happened next? Comment, like and subscribe for more intense tales.